Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time. You've been asking, and now it's time. I listen, I gave it a little bit of time, and we have arrived. The Stranglers, The Raven, fourth studio album from them, released in 1979. We've been going through their discography little by little, and we've arrived at this particular point. We're going to listen to the first two tracks on the album, since you guys had mentioned to keep these two together. Longships, and leading into the title track, The Raven. Some of you, only some of you, because a lot of you have requested the album, but only some of you that had suggested this, just to at least name a few of you. Elvin Pelvin, Stevie Stewart, Tony Gosling, Caden Richards, AK, Tego69 Mago, David Emery, I Born Alone, Kev with two V's, Manhattan Man, JJ31OL, or Joel for short, Farnley, and the list goes on and on and on. Angus Sabet, Normand, David Tittyman. Thank you guys for the recommendation. Like I said, we've listened to, Stranglers albums up to this particular one. And the last album, Black and White, it didn't quite hit, to me, the heights of the first two. Probably with No More Heroes being my favorite. Because I feel like No More Heroes is just a better Radis Norvegicus, even though that's a great album, obviously, and I have a little bit of nostalgia for it because it's my first one. But, that's what I kind of feel right now, today. But I think that Radis, and again, it goes back and forth. But let's go ahead and dive into it. Straight away, Longships, the Vikings are coming, perhaps, the Norsemen, leading into the Raven, Odin. Good to hear him, man. Nice little instrumental intro. It's good to be back. What a cool melody and groove. I love the guitar
Don't sail
play
those
too.
southern seas before too long. When I was a Viking, my friend he was the Raven.
Man, they've made quite the impression with the title track, huh? Could the Raven, talking about the song, could the Raven itself be one of the band's best tracks? Maybe. Man, you know what's really cool about it? It seems so much more like refined and matured, at least in this particular track, and it shows through the music. I know I mention him every single time, but get used to it. Greenfield. Even the way that he's playing here, it seems like there's a sort of restraint here, but there's also a classiness in the way that he's approaching his synths and his keys and the way he's playing. Some of the way that he was playing and those solos had this specific air of elegance to it that it kind of sounded like he was playing a harpsichord. Just, of course, he was playing whatever synth sounds and such he was doing. But the approach to it was kind of like a harpsichord in a classical piece of music, which was really cool to hear him doing here. I also really love the guitar playing aside from him, and the rhythm of the song is really fun. It allows for the melodies to really come through in this really nice form that is both subtle but still at the forefront. You know, this particular track, and even to an extent Longships, the intro, are more restrained than their kind of, punk-inspired attitude and songs from the previous albums. Now, I'm sure that some of that's going to still be present here as we move through the album, but in this track, it's a little bit more softer, held back, but not losing touch with who they are, not losing touch of their sound. It just sounds like a maturation of their sound. I love the singing, how soft and kind of subtle and hushed it is as compared to, from the more poetic punkish outburst of previous tracks. It's just a really cool, I can't get over it, mature sound from them that comes across really, really nicely. This track could be one of their best. Fly straight with perfection. Find me a new direction. You never realize the things they said. We'll never realize until we're dead. This could, of course, be self-referential. The fires they burned along the coast of triumphs, the ebony-embittered souls of children. We'll seek another way before too long, but will you stop my wind before I'm gone? And when you find me all alone, your world has never been my own. Greenfield's solo here was just fabulous. It's out of this world. And when you find me all alone, the world has never been my own. My friend, you're black, and when you fly, you're wild. I am white, sometimes I behave just like a child. The northern seas are cold, but they're our own. We'll sail your southern seas before too long. Like we'll travel, right? When I was a Viking, my friend, he was the Raven. When I was a Viking on these long ships traveling, the northern seas were cold, but they were ours to call home. Now we're traveling, we're moving forward, we're sailing into a new sea, we're sailing into a new direction. Perhaps hearkened by the title, of course, of this album. The Raven being Odin and watching over the travelers and the Vikings and such, and, seeing as an omen of safe travels in many ways. So I think that we're getting something of that different direction, perhaps, in this album. I mean, there's only one way to find out, but the first two tracks are absolutely a possible hint of things to come. This was really good. Let me know what you guys thought of it, of course, in the comments down below. As always, thank you so much for joining me here. Thank you for the recommendation, and thank you for leading me to, I should say, in general, the Stranglers, because it was through you that I found them. And thank you for sticking with me and pushing me to keep on going with them. I'm having a great time with them. So hope that you guys are as well. I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.